This video is about preparing hummus. I've been preparing this recipe for the last 4 or 5 years, and it has been gradually getting better, so I'm releasing now the recipe. So here we go. First thing you need is the ingredients are chickpeas. I'm using frozen chickpeas that are already cooked, so they're soft, and now I just need to boil them. You need some olive oil, some tahini, not tahini but pure tahini without water, and then you need this is cayman, and what is this called? Black pepper, salt. You need lemons, depends on how much hummus you're making. I'm gonna put maybe 1 or 2, and garlic. And I also add a little bit of avocado, not too much, not to change the color, but it gives a lot of taste. And also mayonnaise. I don't have it here, but we'll add it later. So now I'm cooking the chickpeas, and just gonna make sure they're warm and they're soft. So this frozen chickpeas need to just be boiled for about 20 minutes, and then they're ready for use. So these are the chickpeas. They're soft. I don't know how to show you that, but they're not. You can maybe use from a can. I never tried it. Probably you can use a can, or you can cook the chickpeas that they're hard, and with you boil them, I think, for a few hours, and you need to add maybe baking powder. Oh, my friend is here. And that's it, and so they're soft. Now I'm gonna add it to this blender here. You need a very good blender. I use a Vitamix, which is quite expensive, but if you use a cheap blender, it won't be strong enough, because this is a very thick compound, the hummus, so it has to be a really strong blender. So I'm gonna add the chickpeas into the blender. Okay, here it is. And now I'm gonna add the tahini. For this amount, how much? I would say around 8 spoons of tahini. Okay. 8 of these. Now the olive oil, same amount of olive oil for tahini, same amount, so another 8 spoons of olive oil. Okay, I'm holding it with one hand, so 1, and I'll do 8 of those. Now 2 lemons for this amount, so I'm just gonna squeeze these and put it in. Okay. Okay, so that's lemon. Now we need to put in garlic. So garlic, if you have fresh garlic, it would be about, maybe, depends. So some people like a lot of garlic, some don't. I would say this amount max is 6 cloves of garlic. You can use maybe frozen garlic, if you have, so maybe that'll be 2 spoons, or one spoon like this, but or you can maybe try garlic powder. I don't know, I never tried that, but I put these, so I'm gonna put about 4 of these. Okay, so take the garlic, add that over here, and now before we put the spices and the salt, I'm gonna put a little bit of avocado. I've tried this recently and it comes out, it works well, the avocado and the chickpeas. You just put I would say if this is, one avocado, I would say about this amount. Not too much, you don't want it to be green or something. It should be enough. And I also add the mayonnaise. Now this, you can stop here if you don't. This makes it a little bit smoother, okay? These two ingredients, the mayonnaise and the avocado, make it smoother. If you want it more crunchy, you can stop here, just add the spices and that's it. So I'm gonna add the avocado and some mayo. So here's the avocado. Okay, so now here's the mayo. Okay, not too much. I don't want it to be too much. Just a little bit to make it creamier. Okay, now I'm adding the cumin. The cumin is very important. Even people that don't like the smell of cumin, some say it's like sweat. But it's strong and it has a very good, gives a lot of flavor for the hummus. And I just like to pour, to cover the whole thing with this cumin. And then there's the black pepper. Now depend how much you want it, hot. And then salt. Now with salt you need to be careful because if you put too much salt, there's no way to get it out unless you add more ingredients. So I just put it on the top like that, and that's about it. Now later on you taste it and you can add a little bit more salt. So start, with a small amount, maybe like 1 teaspoon or very, not maybe half a teaspoon, and then try and add more. I would start with half a teaspoon, then go on. Okay, now the last part is to add water. Okay, now I have here some mineral water, but you can, if you can drink from tap, that's okay. And you need to cover it. So you want to make sure that all the ingredients, here, look at that. You want to make sure that all the ingredients are covered with water because it can't be too thick. So here, you see, but I still see some chickpeas here on the top, so I'm gonna add some more. You don't want to add too much water because then it's gonna be, it won't be like smooth. It'll be a little too much watery, but this is good. Okay. So now everything, you can try to taste the water to see, maybe you want to add salt now. This is okay. I need to add more salt. So I'm gonna add more salt here. Sorry guys for moving around so much. Better. Okay, we'll start with this. And now I put it on the Vitamix. Now because it's a thick compound, you need to, with the Vitamix you have this this piece of plastic there that you can mix it while it's blending. Okay, now you need to be careful because if the Vitamix is going to work too hard, it's going to stop just because it heats up. So turn it on, start it at around 3. And I'll mix it. Okay, and I need to do this around 2-3 minutes. Okay, so I'm not gonna make you wait for that. I'll be back in a minute or so. Okay, it's still running here. I raised it to around 3.5, and I'm continuing to mix this. So now I took it out, and I'm going to try to mix it. You see, it's too much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break it in half, because you see here at the bottom it's getting mixed, but at the top it doesn't reach. So I'm going to put it into two batches and mix it. Smooth, and I already tasted it. It's right. The salt is right, so that's about it. So here's the other half. You can leave it a little grainy if you like. If you want it more smooth, you can make 2 types, and that's it. That's the hummus. This is the final. This is the hummus all done. Oh, you pour it in here. Some points on the hummus. First of all, this hummus doesn't have it doesn't have preservatives. It's not like what you buy in the store. So this is good for 24 hours. You know, after that it starts to get sour. The chickpeas themselves are very sensitive to bacteria, so you want to eat this immediately, or maybe put it in the refrigerator. Now, if you want to use it, it's better to take a portion and put it in the plate and then throw the plate away, because if you put bread and you start in this, you know, in this amount, then it'll become it affects the hummus. So just take out whatever you use, throw it away, don't return it, and that's it. You know, I'm gonna taste it. This is really good. Really good. You can play a little bit more with the salt, but it's very tasty. If you put it on a plate with some olive oil, some parsley, then take some good pita bread or a good bread that you have, and a spread. It's a great spread. That's it. I hope it works out for you. It came out very, very well. So I hope it works for you. Play with the ingredients until you get your hummus that you like. Good luck.